Today's topic is file operations. So, in the previous class, we discussed about classes,
Yes, yes,
and data class decorator is the last concept we discussed.
yes.
So, from today onwards, we are going to learn file handling operations in Python. Okay.
Okay,
So, first, let us understand what is a file.
okay,
Okay. So, a file is used to store data permanently on disk. I mean, anything that is stored on disk is a file. That may be
okay.
in any format. That may be a video file or audio file or text file. Anything that is stored on the disk, you can call it as a file.
Okay.
Okay. So how can you identify what kind of file it is? With the help of
And
extension.
okay.
Correct.
Yes.
The file is ended with .txt. So after the dot, whatever thing that is mentioned, we call it as an extension. Correct.
Yes.
So .txt means it is a text file. .pdf file. Okay. So extension will help us to understand what is a kind of file that is stored on the disk. So whenever we have a file that is stored on the disk, what kind of operations we can perform? In general, we can open a file, we can close it, we can read and we can write, update. All these are the operations we can perform on a file. Okay.
Yes.
So whenever we are discussing about files, two things we need to understand
Okay.
about the path, file path.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, there are two kinds of paths available. One is absolute path, and the second one is relative path. So absolute path means this is a complete path or full path from the root. So one of the example I have mentioned is in the C drive, users, Kishore, documents, data.txt.
Text.
Data.txt is a file, so that is stored in the
Dot.
given location. Okay. So whenever you are saying about an absolute path means it is full path from the root. So here root is my C drive. Okay.
Yes.
So from the directory, we need to mention complete path. What are the directories and what are the inner directories? All the things you need to mention. So that is what an absolute path. Okay. Similarly, we have relative path. So relative path means this is a path from the current directory or working directory. Okay.
Okay.
Let us say if I am executing my programs from the directory Kishore. Okay. So from the path Kishore, where Kishore is a current working directory. Okay. Then what is my relative path? Documents and inside that data.txt. So that is what my relative path. Okay. Relative path means from the current directory you need to mention the path. Okay. So these are the two paths we generally use in programming. One is absolute path and the second one is relative path. Okay. In Python, we have some commands available to know what is your current working directory. So that is get cwd current working directory. So which is defined inside a module or a package OS. First of all, you need to import the module, import
Okay.
OS. Then inside the OS, you have a function called get cwd current working directory. Okay.
Okay.
Then you will get what is your current working directory, right?
Okay.
So now I am running this application. I'm running this Jupyter notebook from the folder training. Inside training, we have
Basic Python.
basic Python. This is my current working directory. Basic Python is my current working directory. So that is
Yes.
available inside training. Training is a folder from the directory T.
D.
Okay. So this basic Python is my working directory, current working directory. Okay. Then in order to open the file, we need to specify mode. What is the purpose for which we are opening the file? Okay. So that is what mode. So open is a function which is used to open any file, right? Then
Yes.
we need to mention what is the purpose for which we are opening the file. So that is what mode. Okay. In Python, we have some modes available. R means read. If you want to open the file for only reading purpose, we mention R.
Okay.
Similarly, W means write. If you want to write the file, then we will use W. Then A means append. Append means we will
Add
add some content to the existing file.
point.
Okay. If the file is not available, then it will create a new file. But the purpose is to add few contents to the existing file. That is the purpose of append. Okay.
Okay.
Then X is create new. RB. B means binary. If you want to read binary files, we will use RB. For writing purpose, we will use WB. But mostly we use RWA. These are the modes we frequently use in the programming. Okay.
Okay.
Then let us see how to open a file for reading purpose. Okay. Sample.txt is a file I have in my current working directory. Okay, I'll
Okay.
show you that. So my current working directory is basic Python is my current working directory.
Okay.
Inside this, what is the file?
Sample.
Sample.txt. This
Here.
is my file. Sample.txt is a file. It has some contents. Okay.
Okay.
Now I want to open this file for reading purpose.
Okay.
So open is the function we are using. Then we need to specify the file name and the mode. R is a reading purpose. Okay.
Okay.
So here, as this file is available inside my current working directory, then simply I am writing file name. Otherwise, I need to specify the complete path.
Okay.
Okay. So then file is a reference to the sample.txt, which means by using the file object, you can read the contents from the sample.txt file. So then file.read, and this is assigned to content. Now the contents from the file is assigned to a variable called content.
Content.
Then we are displaying it. Then finally, after reading the contents from your file, we need to explicitly close it. To close the file, we need to use close function, file.close.
Okay.
So from this example, what we need to understand is we need to create an object or a reference for the file we are opening for the reading purpose. Okay. Then we are applying a read function to read the contents from the file. Then after
Okay.
that we are displaying. Then finally we are closing it. Okay. So if I run this, this is output I got. These are the contents I have in the file sample.txt.
Okay.
Okay. Then there is another way to open a file. So that is by using with open file name. R is mode as file. Okay. So there are a couple of ways to open the file. We discussed first way. This is the first way to open a file. Okay. Then
Okay.
the second way is with the help of the keyword with open sample.txt is a file name, R is a mode, and file is a object or a reference to the file. Okay. Then we are reading the contents from the file and we are displaying it. So if you observe here, we are not writing any statement to close the file.
Yes.
but in the previous case we explicitly close it. Okay,
Yeah.
so the advantage we get with the second method is you no need to close the file. Automatically it would be closed once you read the contents from the file. Okay,
Okay.
so that is the flexibility you will get from the second method.
Okay.
Then here we are going to understand how to read the contents from file line by line. Okay, in the previous two examples we read the contents from the file, whole
Yeah.
content we used to get.
Yes.
But here if you want to read the contents of a file line by line, okay, then this is a method. So initially we are opening the file, then
Yeah.
by using for loop we are reading one line at a time from the file and we
Okay.
are displaying it. So strip is a function which is a string handling function. The purpose is it will remove of the spaces, trailing spaces and leading spaces. Trailing spaces and leading spaces means it will remove all the spaces before and after a sentence or a line. For each line, if you have any leading spaces or trailing spaces, it will remove. Okay.
Okay.
So then, if I run this, you are getting the same output, but here we are getting the contents line by line.
Yes.
Okay. Then, how to write the contents into a file? Let's say if you want to create a new file with some content, okay, then we will use a write command. Okay, so here I want to create a new file called output.txt. This is a
Okay.
file I want to create. So for writing a file we need to use the mode W, correct? If you want to
Yes.
open a file for reading purpose, it is
R.
R. As we are opening this file for writing purpose, which means we are creating a new file. Okay, so the mode is W.
Okay.
Now file is a reference or an object. Now inside this we are writing the contents. So for that we need to use a write function. Write. Then this is a content we are writing. Then
Yes.
slash n means
Next.
next line.
Yes.
So whatever contents you are writing, the next line that will be go to next line of the file. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I have created a new file with the name output.txt. So if I go and open it, so this is the file output.txt. So first let me delete this file. Okay. Then let us run it again. This is the file created. Got it? So till now
Yes.
we have seen how to read the contents from the existing file and how to create a new file by using write method, write mode. Okay.
Oh,
Then let us see how to append a new contents to the existing file. Okay.
okay.
So the mode we should use is append.
Right.
A is append, which will append new contents to
Mm.
the existing file. So in our case, existing file is output.txt. Okay.
Yes.
Then what if this file is not already existing?
It will create a new file and it will add in that.
Correct. So now let us open the file, output file. This is the content that is being added. Correct.
Yes.
Then how to write multiple lines into the file.
Okay.
So here we have a list. We have a list with three contents or three elements. Okay.
Okay.
Each element we are assuming it is a one line. Okay.
Okay.
So then what is the function to use to write one line at a time into the file? that is write lines.
Right lines.
Okay, I have created a new file called multi.txt. Then let us open it. So these are the content we have written. Okay. So far we have discussed about three functions. One is read,
Read, write,
write,
and multi.
write
Append.
lines. Write lines we have used it for writing multiple lines.
Yes.
And
Another is append.
yeah, three modes we have discussed.
Yes.
Read, write, and append. Okay.
Yes.
Then programmatically we can check whether the file is existing or not. How to check it? So in real time, what we do is if you want to read contents from a file, before reading, you have to make sure whether the file is existing or not. Okay, if the
Okay.
file is existing, then only we can read it. So in order to check that, we can use a function called exists. Okay, so inside the module OS, we have exists function. Okay,
Okay.
see os.path.exists sample.txt. We are checking whether this file is available or not. If it is
Okay.
available, we are displaying file exists, otherwise file not found.
That's fine.
But in real time, here we can write our business logic. After reading the file, if it is available, we will read it and then we will do some operations on the file. So that is what we will write over here. But
Okay.
to understand the functionality, we are just displaying whether file exists or not. Okay.
Okay.
So sample.txt we have already there. So file exists is the output. So
Yes.
sample 10, if I check it, I don't have any file with name sample10.txt. So
Yeah.
it says
It is.
file not found. Okay.
Okay.
Then we can check whether it is a file or a directory. Say sample.txt.
It's a
We are
file.
checking is a file or is a file.
Okay.
So it will check whether it is a file or not. Okay, if it is a file, it will return true. Otherwise, it returns false. Sample.txt is a file, so it
Yes.
returns true.
True.
Similarly, data is a directory. So see, this is data. This is a
Yes.
folder. So when I check whether it is a directory, it should return true because it is a directory that is available in the current working directory. Correct?
Yes.
So data 100, if I write, it is not a directory. I
Yes.
don't have any directory, any folder with name data 100. Okay.
Okay.
So let me revise what are the concepts we have covered so far. First, we understood how to what is a file. We understood and
Yes.
what is the types of paths, whether it is a relative path or absolute
Absolutely.
path. Then how to know current working directory. Then what are the file modes available we
Notes.
discussed.
Yes.
Then here we have seen what are the two ways to open a file. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what is the advantage we will get when
You
we
don't
use a
need to.
second method. Okay.
Yeah.
Then reading files line by line, then writing a file, how to create a new file here we have seen, and how to appending new content to the existing file, then how to write lines, how to
Yeah.
use write lines method to write lines into a file, then we are checking whether file is existing or not, then we are checking is it a file or a directory.
Very true.
Okay.
Yes.